WUBEN L60. Just got it off the porch today. We're going to be doing some beam shots tonight. And we're going to be enjoying life and seeing good days. The light is done charging, and I'm very happy to bring it to you tonight. I am a little bit angry, and one of the reasons I'm angry, no surprise to you guys, obviously, right, seeing my videos, is this little design on the tail cap here. I'm not going to waste much time. I'm going to get right into it. I just charged it. It charges with a micro USB, and this is the charging light, which goes red. Strangely, even though this has a very basic 2600 battery, it took forever to charge it. Although even when it was still functional, and there was no dip in brightness when it was low battery. This light, as we're going to talk about the good things in just a minute, but the one thing they did two things that make this light a little bit frustrating to use. And one is the memory situation, because you don't have the ability, a separate switch for memory, so you have to wait about a second for it to stay in that mode. And if you turn it off too fast, it'll come on in the next mode. That's the big thing, but it's not noticeable in practical use most of the time. However, this son of a bitch in the back here is, first of all, that looks like another button. They should have put a fucking mode switch there, the motherfuckers. But they didn't. They put a charging port there, which is stupid, because even though it's a micro USB, you can't get it back on when you're done. And when you're in the dark, it's teasing you to try to push it back in. So I just spent the better part of 5 minutes trying to get this back in. Fucking son of a bitch. You know, you wonder how people can fucking fuck something up just incredibly. I mean, when they start with a really good design and then they completely mess it up. So honestly, this light right here is, you cannot get it back in. You just cannot get it back in. So every time you go to charge it, you're going to run into this problem. Okay, I've had my moment here. This also does screw in, so it will stay in place, which is a good thing. All right, enough of my frustrations. We're going to go out and we're going to enjoy this son of a bitch, which it is meant to enjoy. All right, starting out, WUBEN L60. Holy moly. 320 meters my ass. That looks a lot longer throwing than 320 meters. Look at that. What you're seeing is what you're getting. Holy hell. So maybe technically that is only 320 meters of throw, but holy hell does it look like more. You, in all of your Zoomies, have never had a Zoomie that looks at this way. you've never seen a Zoomie, or you don't have many Zoomies unless they're really awkward looking and put out a pencil beam that can throw like this. And sure as hell, you do not have a Zoomie that is useful like this. Look at that. It's like a stage light that'll light right up anything you need. You want to find a cat in that tree? You want to find a dude in the bushes hiding? You want to find your keys, your car keys that you got mad in a fit of rage and threw in the bushes? What about your 14-karat gold ring? Look at that. Look at how nice that beam is. Have you ever seen a beam like this? Unless you've seen a review for the WUBEN L60, you have not seen it. Look at that. God dang. It's incredible. Look at that. You can spot right anything over there. Your eyes are not straining at all. You want to see a cat under that car? There's a cat right there, right next to the car. Look at that. The light's been on all this time, and it is barely warm. Let's go back over there, and you can see that the output has not dropped at all. And I say you can see that because you can notice it hasn't stepped down. So maybe this isn't the longest throwing light you've ever seen, but damned if it might as well be, because, or at least in a very respectful range, because you can see how amazingly useful this is. I have not touched it. It's just now slightly warmer. There's a cat right there. Look at this. I never picked up my trash cans. Don't say anything. You can barely see, you can see the WUBEN artifact in the beam right there. This company WUBEN, they sound like a child with a speech impediment that can't quite say Reuben on the playground. But they love their brand. They got some pride. WUBEN. I can read that almost on the WUBEN. Can you read that on the wall there? How many, honestly, have you ever seen a round Zoomie? I mean, maybe there are a few of them. I know Lead Lenser makes one. There's a few, but hell, if this isn't the best one. No siree. This is the best one I've ever had, and look how useful that beam is. All right, we're gonna go long again. XPL V6. God dang, I can look at this all day. It's just amazing how nice this beam is. You're seeing, what you're seeing is what you get. Hell to the yes. It's really a nice beam. You have a lot of lights if you follow this channel, but you probably don't have one that looks like this. All right. Let's screw it. We're going to screw it out. I told you we were going to be doing some zoomies. So here it is, fully zoomed out. And it is again a winner. It is again a very nice beam. You're getting 1200 lumens, probably less than that, but it's rated at the emitter at least at 1200 lumens. So if you want an XPL2 V6, which is one that I've wanted for a while, I've had them and I've sold every light that I've had that's an XPL2 V6 because of their dog diarrhea ass ugly color of the beam in the artifacts. But this, thankfully, is exempt from that. Look at that. Okay, let's go down on the modes. Here's the lowest mode. And as far as tint goes, this is a very low mode. Even as a Zoomie, it's you would not, unless you want something that's going to last a long time, you would not want to run it in this mode because it's so low, It barely even makes it out. Like anyway, it's very low mode. And then because it's a reverse clicky, by the way, this is not a tactical, so you do not have the ability to momentary on it, which is a detraction, but still not that bad. Now we're going to go back up. Now here we are, we're getting very useful light again. Still low, but very useful. It's bright. It's not quite as bright as it looks here. There we go. Very bright and nice. And then super bright. So we're back to high, and you can still see that the beam is beautiful. It is nice. Look how nice it is. That's what it looks. What you see is what you get, folks. I'm not selling you on anything that is that you don't want. And the best part of this, it's on Amazon. It took me 2 days to get it. I ordered it one night, and by less than 3 days, it was on my porch. So somebody's coming around. I'm going to try to point it away until she walks by. Little lady walking her dog. There we go. Very nice. Let's go back over here. Yeah, it's not the thing with this light. There we go. Look at all of that. It's got a pretty good button response with regard to staying in the same mode. It will, if you do it 1 second, it will be fine. If you click it on and click it off, then it's going to go into the next mode. And that is the biggest detraction from it. I don't know why anyone would mess up a light like that and make a light without a mode button. I've ranted about it before. I won't do it anymore here. So look at that. That's a great amount of light, and it's not going anywhere. According to Scanner Guy's review of this, this does not step down. And I'm using it, and I'm noticing the same thing, and the light is not getting hot. It's warm now, but it's not hot. It's not going to drop in output. So let's go long now. We're going to back to long range, beauty range, and you get that gorgeous, freaking incredibly gorgeous beam. And there you go again. Let's do the different modes. And there, I believe if you do it twice, it does do the strobe. Okay, there's the lowest mode. You're not going to get much there. Second mode, you're back to almost useful. There, you're definitely useful. And then there. There we go. So that's how it rolls, folks. We've been at this 10 minutes now, and you've seen this light. I can keep going all night, and you not only get great throw, but you get the WUBEN brand. I'll be honest, I have not had a WUBEN light, but this, you can just run this until the battery runs dry, and you're going to have excellent light, whether you're walking your dog or you want to find an intruder or deal with some situation, maybe even law enforcement situation. And you got a great emitter that's not being pushed. If you really push this XPL V6, you get over 2,000 lumens, because it can definitely do it. But you would take it out of its efficiency range, perhaps. So anyway, let's go down. Let's go longer. God, I'm impressed with this. Can you tell I'm impressed with this? Have I made it clear enough? There we go. You get a lot of extra light. So right now is the warmest it's been, and it's still not even close to hot in my hand, just remotely warm. See those plants over there? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. This is the way to go. If you want a Zoomie, this is the authority. This is how it's done. Put down in the comments your experience with this light. I'm really impressed with it. So here we go. It's going to stretch out, and even way out there, 100+ meters, it's still a useful torch with city lights around it, with city lights vying for its attention, for its cutting down on its effectiveness. My friends, you need to get you this light. except for this little tidbit where I had to tear it off because it didn't cover properly. If you'll forgive that and you'll forgive the mode memory thing, your life's going to be much better with this in your collection. So it's starting to mist and starting to rain, as you can see. I'm going to go in. All right, you guys have a good night.